But for this team, we've got Chusan playing as the Diablo, as well as Oni playing as the Kerrigan, Fizzy Fish as the Vala, Zen will be playing as Johanna, Murky being played by Kiro, and on the red team, we've got Rekt, Virgilus playing as the Jaina, Ray onto Malfurion, Kazu will be your Sylvanas. We also got Reliza playing as Murday, last but not least, Vikings will be played by Julian. So disabling the tower there and directly going for this is a planned strategy. It's just weird to see Eric here as well. Normally you have Eric together with Baylock pushing a lane. Busy with some right-click damage against Reliza. Kazu taking the hit there as well, and Reliza has to pull back. Dolph toss just nicely away. Chusan and Oni not able to do anything in that instance. The Entangler is also connecting very well. Reliza with pretty much expected stumble. And the Shadow Charge by Diablo. Overpower. But Diablo is the one dropping because of the Blizzard. Muradin will trade sides and will go down. They tap the wall. And mid lane, Sen and Julian will be here as well. Bottom lane, Baylock, he's just AFK. Yeah, you shouldn't be looking at that, but Vikings, you really need a lot of skill cap to play this hero. And not everyone can do that multitask. Alright, so Oni has to pot and Hearthstone back home. That's because he's down to just about 5% HP there. So far, I would say that the amount of resources invested in the top lane is overwhelming. And there's no way that that this is going to work out against a Vikings composition. We get some talent options. We'll talk about them in a bit once they hit level 4. But we're also going to see the multi-shot coming out. And again, this aggression by Rekt is real, man. We also got Entangling Roots connected on Chusan, and Oni is going to take the fall. There's just way too much damage, even without the need of a real Blizzard from Virgilus there. They lose both towers as well as gate. I think the objective here is done. If they get the healing wall, it's even better, but they don't have to do that. Olaf at mid lane needs to make sure he doesn't die. Every single time a Vikings player makes a mistake and goes down, it is very painful because that means that the lane will not get any XP, and Baylock nearly going down there. Kiro, pretty good job. Alright, so level 5 for Rekt. Let's look at the talent options here. Actually, Tribute just spawned, so we don't have time again. And Oni dropping a lot of HP there. Some extra burst going down, but Ray's going to go down. Sylvanas goes down. The trade is going to be good for OLO. They want a little bit more. Kerrigan will be going down as well. 2-for-1 exchange in favor for OLO. They know for sure that they have to jump directly. They cannot afford to sustain this fight. And Reliza takes too much beating there. Will be okay. Virgilus does too much damage, but Fizzy will channel up the Tribute and will get it. Alright, talents, finally. It is going to be Overwhelming Force, which increases the range of Shadow Charge by, I think, 25%. You've also got Fire Stomp coming in. The Fire Devil just basically gives Diablo the surround damage, immolation effect, I like to call it. Bubble Breeze, Living the Dream. So this is an ability damage based Murky, which is okay because this one is every 5 seconds he gains ability power. So that's important to note. It's not, it's different from your usual gathering power. Night Take Spawn, Loss of Hope, Standard, Johanna. We have multi-shot, Vala coming in as well as Sharpened Blades. More damage, and this is a burst build here for Kerrigan. It's not the usual Ravage build, but this looks to be pretty okay. You're looking at burst primarily because they know they have to go in, they have to dive, they have to make sure that they make the magic happen in a small window of opportunity there. And what exactly is Eric doing? Okay, so we've also got from the shadows hindering slime, conviction. That's okay for increased movement speed. Hot pursuit. This is basically increased movement speed again, and Baylock will go down unfortunately at the mid lane. Also joining them all will be Assimilation Mastery, which actually increases health and shield regeneration very well. We've got on the red team Deep Chill, Snowstorm, Frostbitten, Chusan getting stunned. The lockdown is real. Unfortunately, I don't think Chusan's going to be able to walk out alive. He will go down. Sand with a very aggressive Tribute Summon. Kazu swings by with an even more aggressive Haunting Wave. And you got Viking Bribery, Pain Don't Hurt, Spin the Wind. Going for Pain Don't Hurt here will be pretty good against pushing the lane. It's the standard Muradin build, the old school one. We've reverbed into Thunder Burn, I think. Yeah, Piercing Bolt. For Malfurion, it looks like it will be Moonburn into the extra heal, Rampant Growth, and Cleanse. And for Sylvanas, it's interesting to see that it is not going to be with the win, but looks like a Lost Dagger, in fact. Oh, hold that thought. Eliza pulling back out. Yeah, Lost Soul, my bad. And Venom and Unstable Poison. So, Reliza, they're just applying a lot of pressure across all 3 lanes. I'm surprised that EXP Soak is pretty common. Vikings, they don't have Vikings Bribery. And the tribute will spawn right now, but hold that top mid lane fight happening again. Virgil is dropping a lot of HP here. The burst is real. Oni goes in for Ray. Ray will take the fall first. Reliza takes too much damage, but the Willing Arrow will connect. And it seems like the Kerrigan will go down. Dwarf toss by Reliza keeps him alive, but here comes a stray from Fizzy Fish. And making sure that the stun doesn't connect. There goes the Blast Shield. Julian will go down as well. That is only 1 out of 3 Vikings. San is going to try and pull back. Will not have Iron Skin. And the trade is real. 3 for 3 exchange. To be very honest, it's 2.25. Because of the Vikings effect there. But Reliza going up. Hero from behind. And Murky living the dream will pick off the Muradin. Muradin is gone. Julian now some trouble there. Kiro does have the Octo Grab. Oh, actually, no. Much of the Murlocs. My bad. So this is actually working out for OLO. To a certain extent, the burst is there. They've got some damage. Tranquility, unfortunately, was not even used by Ray. They got to make sure that they use Tranquility just to keep, this whole plan up alive. All right, the tribute split in favor of OLO. It is 2-1 right now. And back to those talent options. Clans, Sylvanas is very standard stuff. Heroics all look to be pretty good. Much of the Murloc, I don't like that. I kind of like Octograb a little bit better. Oni the rail in, Chusa from behind, and the wall in. It's going to be real, and the damage from Fizzy is real. They've got so much of an AoE coverage, and Reliza is not able to hold the front here. Has to tap the well, pulls right back out. Eric goes down, Julian is gone as well. And all of a sudden, I don't understand this, but Get Rekt is getting wrecked right now. The amount of AoE damage coming out from this composition is just too much. And primarily, Oni deserves full credit for being able to hold the aggression in place. Reliza channeling up the tribute. Zen is there. They're both playing for the tournament live. It's still the best of 1 in the lower bracket, regardless of which round this is. And Baylock. I cannot identify Vikings in those suits. Apocalypse connecting only on Baylock. Reliza holding the front, peeling the backline. Chusan goes there. There goes the Shadow Charge, and Oni goes in as well. The combo not going to be real, but the Willing Arrow is going to buy some time, and Jaina comes in. Chusan in a lot of trouble. The combo connects only on Sylvanas from Kerrigan. Blast Shield buying more time. The team has to pull back. They took too much damage from the Jaina. I don't think Zen's going to be fine. Kazu still giving chase. But meanwhile, in the backyard, we got Kiro picking up Olaf. And they are also 1 talent here up. Oni wants to cancel this, will not get it. Ray gets the tribute. It was not worth it. Fizzy Fish needs to be very careful. Moonfire. A new animation as well. Looks really good. Probably the Betrayal skin animation there. And Reliza getting pushed back by the Shadow Charge. The fort here will drop. But at what cost? You're going to see the mid 4 going down to just 1 Murky. And there's nothing the Vikings can do right there. Jonah picks up the siege cam. This is going to buy some top lane aggression. The next tribute is key here. Level 13 for Get Rekt. They have the talent options up. Let's pull that up quickly. It will be a Firestorm, Continuous Slime, Burning Rage, Frost Shot, and Queen's Rush. So that means it is a sprint-like kind of a thing, but it activates movement speed by 25%, increases it by 4 seconds. It's also free on every single takedown, by the way, so that's important to know. There's also improved Ice Block, Jump, Thunder Strike for 300 damage per person, and also another Ice Block and Evasive Fire. And all that thought of fire is going to happen here. The AoE damage coming out from OLO is real, and the Apocalypse will connect. They're all in a lot of trouble. Reliza now has to go down. The shield up on the Queen of Blades is real, and they're still pulling back by Kazu and Virgilus. They pick up Vala from the backlines, and all of a sudden, OLO does not have the damage. That stack of damage was good from OLO, but it is not going to be enough. Zen's buying more time. Kiro is here. Very irritating, character, or rather hero. The Pufferfish is going to buy some time. Where is the egg? The egg's at the bottom lane. That is not going to be the best spot to be in. Zen with those shoe glare. It's really good. I don't think they're able to pick up this takedown here against the Janna. Diablo respawns. Murky is going to buy some time again. Can the Condemn connect? Ow, no, it will not. Virgilus is going to get the curse of Kiro goes down a little tad too slow there. The commitment has to be real because Shugler was on cooldown. That was a great fight by Get Rekt. They were getting wrecked, and then they reversed the tables out really well. Huge credits to both the damage dealers in that fight. They were in a very good position. And here they got to wait for John to respawn. The mid fort will go down. The top lane not so much because they have the shield giant buying a lot of time for the top lane. The bottom lane is going to get pushed up by Murky. So in actual reality here, it's only the mid fort that is gone. The middle fort. Blue team getting cursed, now going for the boss camp. You got to be careful here. And you want to make sure that you don't get root. Yep, there we go. I don't think that the blue team can react to this. They're going to have to face up against the top lane boss camp approach. Also, it's going to be pretty awesome to see Get Rekt rotating down to the bottom here to address this other boss camp that the blue team is doing. They are already going to do that. Julian leading the fray with Olaf and that very sexy looking belly. We got Kiro at the bottom lane pushing so much with those powerful fish going down. The boss will go towards OLO. And the choke point, you have to be very careful. Kerrigan goes in, a perfect roll in. This is going to be bad. Oni looking for the spot already, the flank there. Chusan takes too much damage, they have to pull back. This is the weakness of not getting a support. Kiro. He's just going to go down. That's okay, that's a quarter of an EXP for a kill. Top lane, the boss is threatening a lot of damage here. If they can pick up 2 Vikings at the mid lane, it's also pretty good here for OLO. But Get Rekt, they will get the top, I think, gate as well as... No, they're not going to get this tower. Okay, you got Murky going down again. That's negligible. Essence for Essence coming in. Stone Skin. And what looks like a Blast Hammer for more damage. Blood for Blood. Rampage. Firestorm build on Chusan. This is a very painful build. It's not even utility or, no, sustain driven. This is a damage Diablo. I have not seen a damage Diablo in a really long time. Another side here for Get Rekt, it is Northern Exposure. They really want to burst them down. This side want to burst them down. That side want to burst them down. The Condemn not connecting. Chusan buys a lot of time. Can he pop the APOC? That's the question. Apocalypse is going to connect. And that's a lot of stuff. Fizzy with the straight in the back line there. Unfortunately, Zen is going to buy enough time. The longbow ray will go down. Oni getting bursted down. And down goes Joanna. And the damage has been done. The Jaina's Blizzard has connected now. The Mercenary Camp will go to his raid team. And they are 4 men down as well. Unfortunately, the stack of damage there is not enough. Kiro's Pufferfish was just not able to do enough burst damage in that small little AoE. And we got a replay for that fight. We're going to pull that up for you guys. So look at this moment here. Chusan with a nice shadow charge. He's buying a lot of time here. Zan going Oni from the back line. I would say Oni's position is not the best of all, but the Willing Arrow was really good from Kazu, and the back line of Get Rekt was completely safe. They were wasting a lot of those skill shots on the frontliners, and that is not what you want to see. You must dive the back line. It is the primary concern. Kiro will not drop yet. We got Kazu giving chase. Murky is not going to be okay. We'll take the fall again. So 16 takedowns against 15. Get Rekt, facing a lot of trouble against a composition like this. Very unorthodox, but they cannot win in a long team fight. They got to jump the back line. The primary target here has to be Sylvanas because Jaina has the ice block. Zen, the reel in, and the Jaina looking for the ice block, finds it. Willinger connects on 2 targets only. And we also see more sustained damage. Jaina gets blown up, and we have the strafe targeting the backline. Reliza is gone as well. This is going to be perfect, but the Integrity Root is going to buy more time. Chusan with a Shadow Charge, no overpower. Unfortunately, I think it was on cooldown. And Julian with the longbow rate, it is not going to be enough, but this is going to be a terrible nightmare for the Lost Vikings. You don't want to end up here. Fizi is going to pick up the takedown there. Macho Murlocs not needed, but the next tribute will go to the blue team, and it's the much-needed curse for the team here. OLO looking to eliminate Get Rekt. Will they lose to a team without support? I think I know which side Twitch is really, supporting. But guys, don't be afraid. Leave your comments in the chat. We want to know what you think here. No support on the side of OLO. And you have the fort going down already. And the towers are gone. The gate is gone. All that's left will be the keep here. I don't think they're in time to defend this spot. The Vikings still respawning. Will be out in just a jiffy. Oh, Zen needs to pull back. Will be okay. But Kira at the bottom lane, the split push though. Kira doing a lot of damage here. Getting some extra heals quickly with the blood for blood. But Kira will go down at the end. That extra sustain, which is to buy some time. Can they pick up the other Firestorm? Is going to expose the location. And the Moonfire is also going to spot them out. And Tanking Roots will capture those golems there. Top lane Vikings defending the top keep here. But OLO, their base looks really healthy. Yeah, not much of a damage really, except for the top lane with the gate gone. They still want to push the bottom lane. Kira's Murky Egg is at the bottom lane as well. Zen, we got to make sure Realizer's not taking too much damage. Chusan with the overpower on the Sylvanas. The Haunting Wave not really connecting on anything. Willing Arrow only one target. And there goes Tranquility. They're playing the sustained fight. And OLO, they cannot afford this. The APOC will connect on 2 targets. Zan goes in. He wants more, but Chusan with the overpower is not enough to do anything. A second APOC. And it seems like Oni's taking too much damage in the front line. Jumps in with those assimilation shields. Not enough. Zen with the indestructible now will also go down at the end. And they don't lose a single target on the side of Get Rekt. And it's a 5-man team wipe on the other side here for OLO. This is why you don't play sustain in an open area fight. You gotta bait them out, but they have to win that fight there for Get Rekt. It would have been the keep otherwise. We have time for replay. Let's pull that out. Meanwhile, real time, it's gonna be at the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. I do believe that Get Rekt's going for a bottom lane boss right now. So the problem here really is, you look at Vikings zoning Oni out. Came in from behind. The fort going down already. They wanted to fight there, but you have a bit of a silence connecting on Johanna. Johanna's not really able to do anything. And then you have Oni pulling back a little bit too much. And you also saw the loss there of the Vala. Vala was just doing too much damage. Vikings directly went for that takedown. It was a really good play on the side of Julian. Reliza looking for the relay, not going to find it. Zan is also going to take the fall there. So that is a 5-for-0 exchange. Could have been a lot better. Could have been a lot better. They just need to focus the targets. And it is really important to note that they do that. Murky losing the egg hero here. Wants the keep. Is he able to get it? He's not able to get it. Actually, he will get it. Wow. Trading a Murky for a keep. I'll take that trade any day. But bottom lane, there is a boss pushing, by the way. They have to address this. They cannot take the fight. Murky is down for the next minute. And remember a game in the Hero C Championship, if you guys followed that series, where we had the whole town pushing? Yeah, this is exactly what's happening here. Chusan landing some extra damage against the Golem. The boss Golem here. Oni's jumping in, and it looks like it is going to be okay, but again, another problem surface for OLO, and that is the top lane boss push. They also don't have the siege camp for the next 2 minutes, so that's not going to help them. Losing this tribute is going to be okay, but my problem here is how are they going to, what are they going to trade here to defend by time? Murky's only out in about 10 seconds, tribute's out in 2. So there's no way they can set up a good defense here. They're also going to worry about the boss. If they lose the boss, if they lose the tribute and the boss pushes down the fort, it is completely not worth it. They may just throw the game away. Oh, Reliza didn't. They're just going to come by. They got a tribute already, and they're reconnecting on Diablo. This is a problem. Reliza now trying a bit of a drop toss, and Diablo dropping a lot of HP. Will go down. Apocalypse will connect, but this is devastating here for OLO. They took too much damage from the backline. Zen with the indestructible again. Is it going to be enough? I don't think so. Murder a 2-target stumble. Kiro buying more time, and we have the bottom lane not pushing enough. Julian with the longbow ray, 3 men down on the side here for the blue team. It could be game. It should be. Murky's back out. March of the Murloc. Can they buy enough time? 40 seconds before the team can respawn as a whole. They don't have enough damage. Most of the heroics already used. But Oni, what can Oni do? They need to pick off the Viking. Kiro can buy a lot of time as the Murky. Oh, but Oni needs to stay alive. And it seems like they're not really going to care. They're just going in for the core. The core dropping a lot of HP. And the jump there for Joy. It seems like Julian's going to be fine. The core still dropping. Fizi not enough position for a strafe. Unfortunately, we have got this game going to Get Rekt. What a finish. What a finish. The last fight at the top lane was really, really bad. Should have played it a little bit slower. Should have played it a little bit safer for OLO. I thought it was a close game. And let's check the replay. But we've got OLO doing a great job already. They were able to push the lanes really well. So let's pull out the replay right now and see what exactly happened there. So the root was the biggest problem. The first one, Chusan shouldn't have done that. That was a big mistake. I'd like to point out to Kazu's current positioning. Look at that. A potential whirling arrow. There we go, on 4 targets. Of course, Diablo going down there was not really worth it, but you have a lot of damage on Oni, and that's primarily due to Vikings, Jaina, much of the Murlocs buying a lot of time here. But it is not going to be enough. The boss will go down at the end, but damage has been done. Fizzy Fish does have Strafe. And let's see if she uses it correctly. In this instance, seems like she's not really able to do anything. Julian is the primary target. But Murky will go down. Oni should have done this. Oni should just pull back a little bit more. I would say that Vikings is the first target you want to take down. But going for Jaina instead. And that goes to straight from the back lines. Is not even enough to cover most of anyone. Wants to pick off the Malfurion first. But should have been a lot better if it's close to the core. I mean, no one has the ability to stop her anyway. So that is the difference there. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it, cause this is a fun game. It's a very fun game. In my opinion, it's the most funny game. It's also the most fun game so far of today. So congratulations to Get Rekt. They will proceed on to the next stage at the lower bracket. OLO, unfortunately, the run has come to an end, and they will have to sit on the sides right now. But still, great show, guys. All the best. Shout out to sponsors Gigabyte and Nvidia. And they are the ones who make this happen with those prizes. This is the Heroes of the Storm Community Cup 2. And hope you guys enjoyed this coverage. Once again, this is Babel. We'll be back in just a jiff day. So sit tight, stay tuned, and don't go anywhere. We'll be back soon. The Spirit Soup. Here we go. The combo on Telstra. Telstra dropping a lot of HP. Trophy now. It is the next in target. And will also take the fall. CW a tad too slow. The healer's nowhere to be found. Scarlet